Hello everyone. The topic which we will be covering today is sheet metal operation. Now safety requirement for this is overall and safety shoes. Now what is sheet metal? So you can see this. Now any material whose thickness is less than 0.15 mm, so that comes under foil, and any material whose thickness is more than 6 mm, that comes under plate. So all the material whose thickness lies between 0.15 to 6 mm, that is known as sheet metal. Now whatever operation we perform on this sheet metal is called sheet metal operation. So basically we can do two types of operation. One is shearing, second is bending. In shearing we perform some cutting operation, and in bending there is no cutting involved, only we bend the material. Okay. So the tool which we can use are, first the marking out tool, because wherever we need to cut we need to make mark there. Then for cutting we can use this sniper for cutting the sheet metal. Then to join the sheet metal, so you can see the joints here. If you want to join the sheet metal, we can use rivet machine. This is a rivet machine. This are rivet. Okay. So to put rivet, first we need to make hole in both the side. First we will make hole both the side, put this rivet from one side, make hole in both the side, put this rivet in one side, and from the top part, suppose you have put rivet like this, put this machine and slowly press it. So when you slowly press it, it form a rivet like structure. See, so when we put in between two parts, it form a rivet like structure. It will be more in diameter from both the end, so it will join the plate. So this is used for joining of metal. This rivet is used for joining of metal. This is a mechanical process for joining of metal. Now to perform any operation, first we need to perform marking out. So we will just make a random marking. Now this marking lines are not clearly visible. So to make it more visible, we'll make it with a dot punch. We'll highlight it with a dot punch so that it become permanent. So now we have highlighted the line with dot punch. So now we can easily make out the lines. So dot punch we have used to highlight the shape. Now to perform the cutting, we can use the sniper. So using this sniper, we can perform cutting operation. So you can see we have performed the cutting with the help of sniper. From this sheet, we are making a tray like this. So based on the marking, we'll perform the cutting operation. So we have cut this sheet metal from all four sides with the help of this sniper scissor. Now this is also a type of rivet. If the rivet to be done is of bigger size, we can use the bigger rivet machine. If the rivet is of smaller size, we'll use the smaller rivet machine. Now we'll perform bending operation for this in the bending machine. So this is a bending machine. So here using this, we can put our sheet metal between this and as per our marking. So as per our marking, we will put the sheet metal accordingly. Okay. Now once we have put, make it tight from here, and from using this, depending on our bend angle required, we can bend it. So once the bending is done, we can open it. See, we have bended the metal from one side. Similarly, we can bend from other side also. So based on our marking, we'll keep the tool and bend it accordingly, according to our marking points, and then we can make the bend. See, this is how we can obtain bend at different point. So this is also a bending machine, but before machine it was manual. Now this machine, it is automatically. So keep your workpiece accordingly at the required point, wherever you want the point, and using this handle you can shift it downward. Using this handle, we can shift it to our required point. Once it is shifted, now to move up, we need to press it right way. So when we press it right, so it will move up. So without any manual force, we can bend the material. See, we have bended the material from the three sides. So for joining of metal, this is the other method. One method we studied by making hole and then riveting. This is the other method. This is by passing of electrical method. Between the two electrode, will keep the material. The electricity will pass. Due to the electricity, there will be heat generated, and by the heat generated, the two metal will join with each other. How to join? We'll keep the metal like this and press it downward. So, when we press it downward, there will be heat generated between these two electrodes due to passing of electric current, and due to the heat generated, the two metal will stick to each other. So, this is the second method for joining of metal. Now, for sheet metal, for cutting, there are different operations. So, one of the operations are shearing, trimming and notching. Notching means cutting shape from the edges. So, this we can use for notching operation. If we need to cut some material from this edge, we will keep the material here and press it downward. So, as we press it down, the material will be cut from the edge. So, this is notching operation. Similarly, there is shearing operation. We will keep the material, press it down. As it moves down, it will cut the material. So, this operation is trimming operation, to trim from the end. From the extra, whatever extra material is there, we can cut using this machine. Just keep the material and press it down. Another operation for shearing in sheet metal operation is punching. In punching, so this is the die and this is the punch. We will keep our sheet metal between the die and punch. We will press it downward. As the punch moves downward, it will cut a hole in the sheet metal. So, this operation is called punching operation. In forming operation, one of the method is roll bending. Roll bending means passing the sheet metal between the roller. So, as it passes the sheet, it will take a turn, it will bend little. So, when we pass it through the roller, so as it passes through here, it will be bended. So, depending on the required bend, we can pass it through the bend. So, as it passes, it bends a little. So, to bend the sheet, we can use roll bending. Another method in sheet metal is roll forming. So, our required sheet, when we pass through this roll, see the rolls have different cross section. So, as it passes through different roll, it will take the shape of the different roll. So, whatever shape we want, by passing through different roller, we can get the shape. So, this is roll forming method.